Hi guys. So regarding my startup, I would say things are moving fast and slow at the same time. The bills are coming in, but the funds aren't. So I think I have made a conscious choice to have to sell some things so I can raise funds for the startup. We just hired, I would say, our first 3 employees, although we are using affordable labor for that, story for another day. So basically, let me go ahead and say it. So our country has this National Youth Service Corps that I would say the government already sponsors, and we also have to, and they also need like some extra pay. So figure that if we could just hire some of them, they might make the work easier for us. Easier is like more like cheap labor, but it's for this initial phase where we are broke. Hopefully, in the next 6 months, we can get about 200 customers, and with the 200 customers, we might as well be able to pay them better salaries because I'm a guy who believes everyone should get paid for what they earn. So I've I have come to the conclusion that I have to sell some things. In that process, probably some software or some consulting services, but nothing so far from my work. If not, it might end up becoming very distracting. So also taking an advice from Danko, I'm also considering monetizing my audience, but I kind of think that that would take some time from now to monetize the audience. So I will just go ahead and focus on selling enterprise software to my already existing customers, as that's the way I think that's going to work in my favor. So that's it. So right now I'm considering softwares that I have already built, having to repackage them and create an offer to companies who can afford these services. So I just got off the phone with the sales consultants, and I've been asking myself that, do I really need this sales consultant? Because she's beginning to act in a very, very interesting manner. Because I kind of thought that we were cool, we were friends, but she's trying to be like strictly professional, which I get is in her favor. But just like dating, I've come to realize that the frame that you meet someone in is most likely the frame that you're going to have to hold throughout the entire conversation. So we had it was kind of like a very friendly frame, which she was open and down for. But all of a sudden, I just figured that she might just switch up to being professional. But I get it because I feel like we're paying her to buy us some time. So I know like the rate she's giving to us is is a very friendly rate, which I'm grateful for. But we also need it. But I think I'm sensing some form of attitude. But like I said, I'll be open-minded and not rely on assumptions in this scenario. So that's from my startup. So regarding building my audience, I think it's going to be, I think just like the way I cut out time, I block out time for the gym. It seems that's going to be my method to curating, to researching on content and creating content, looking at how I can do this almost every day, back to back. So I've still not found my entire system. I'm still working on refining things. Things are kind of slow, but I'm pretty sure that things are going to play out. Today, my mom sent me a message asking me if I would like to pick up a job with one of the major telecommunications company. I looked at it and said, first of all, I don't think I want a job. I don't think I'm built for that because I'm the kind of person whose mind keeps firing, keeps going off with ideas, business ideas, innovative ideas, and then I just feel like a company will just kill it all. Plus, I think I'm doing very, very okay. Like if I'm to stay like this for the rest of my life, I'll be very, very okay. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going somewhere and I'm going somewhere fast. And sometimes it's easy to lose faith when I don't see anything happening. But a few things occur to me. For example, Steve Jobs said, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backward. And then, like Imad Gadzi also said that, I think it talks about how you have to keep your head down for some time. And it's always darkest before dawn. So I kind of feel like this is my darkest moment. and everything's going to be upwards from there. I have, so I'm also creating content. I'm also creating some form of collaboration. I'm working with my junior brother. I also have people to be working with. I have Toby. Toby is someone that I met through a mutual friend, through my business partner. He feels like a very chilled guy, and I feel like we're going to have to create a good amount of content. So that's for catching up. Now zooming in for today's activities. Went to the gym, did some very, very nice workouts. 50 minutes abs, shoulder, and back. Very workout. I had the client meeting. So basically, so my clients, I have a client who I'm consulting for, who is applying for a telecommunications license, and I had to like go over his interview and then make sure that his case is a solid case. It was a very interesting one. Seeing that I walked into that room, I was very much respected, and my opinions were strong and solid. They were all wowed by what I had to do. So I'm pretty sure that these guys are their game and they're down for it. It's just about how fast can we package something. And also, one thing I must say is that I have been beginning to see some form of synchronicity when it comes to like everything aligning, some form of like spiritual guidance thereabout. Because, like I said, things are looking dark and bright at the same time. So it's bright in the future, but kind of like dark in the moment. So I got back from the client's work feeling super pumped, from the client's office feeling super pumped. Um, I had to like make something to eat because I was already hungry by this moment. I had to eat something. I had to get something to eat. I also had to work on my iCloud with somebody I'm working with. I had to give him access to some test users account or something. Just I had my food, slept off. Like I had to sleep because for the past few days I've not had proper sleep. It's been like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That's mostly because I choose to wake up early, and sometimes I've noticed many activities drag me late into the night. So I'm trying to rearrange my life right now where I can actively put audience building and product building, that is regarding my SaaS product, my tech company, as my main activities. Every other thing should like fall in to like 7 to 8 p.m. So I'm still experimenting, I'm still ranting. And this is a sign that in my content journey, I've still haven't figured anything out. Oh, sorry, that reminds me. So I was signing up a customer who I feel is very important to our journey. And trust me, the entire application failed. I wanted to enter the ground. I'm like, how did this application fail at such a very crucial moment? So it got me thinking a lot. I was completely pissed, but like we said, we make progress. The client is still asking me, still checking up on me. So I feel like it's up to me to make it work tomorrow. So if I make it work tomorrow, that will also be a game changer. I feel like it's a lady. So and one thing I say about this lady is if she adopts our number and her peers kind of like the idea or the concepts that we are currently portraying, I feel like there's a potential for a culture happening, a culture shift where they will just see us as part of them. So this thought is not easy to come by with. It's not easy to come by with. So it's it's more like, hold on please. Please sorry. It's more like it's more like what Seth Godin talks about in terms of marketing. So we don't just spam people. It's about all building a tribe and having like a group of people that we are dealing with, something like that along those lines. I don't want to entirely bore you with a lot of things, but I feel like when we get her on board, she's going to be like a very big catch for the business. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for showing up. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.